The greatest website known to man, CampingGearTV.com. I'm your host, Ben.
I'm Josh.
With us as always is Gary, and today we've got another episode delving into the latest and greatest in outdoor gear.
Yes, we do.
Like I said, today is no exception.
No.
We're looking at what is, forget just how the pack performs.
Okay, I'm going to forget about it.
Just put it out of your mind. This is a sexy looking pack.
It is.
Yeah.
It's attractive.
What are we looking at?
As you can see, it's a pack by The North Face.
Not just North Face.
The North
The
Face.
North Face.
Yes, clearly. There, it says The North Face, The North Face. And North Face is, definitely one of the big names in the outdoor world. And every time we look at a piece of their gear that's of any sort of a technical variety, clearly the North Face, right? You can go into big department stores and find North Face jackets, right? North Face makes a kind of I don't want to say a wide line of quality products, but you can buy some lower price point North Face jackets, let's say, that aren't really of a technical nature.
You can buy a $30 fleece.
Yeah, more for just, fashion, lounging around town, looking cool because you're wearing a North Face fleece. When you start getting into North Face's gear that is made for being outdoors, for actually, mountaineering, backpacking,
any sort
hiking,
of performance
climbing,
type gear,
it's really, really great stuff. And this backpack is no exception. We've looked at a lot of packs over the last couple years. Feels good to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That have been in that, I don't know, let's say $60 to $130 price range. This pack is $170 to $200 ballpark, depending on where you go. And it's got a noticeable quality to it that when you look at it, you say, yeah, I would pay an extra $40 or $50 for this pack. And especially after using it, I can attest to the value that it brings at that price point.
Like looking at it now, we're not by any means like professional product preppers for photo shoots and things like that. You know
like
what I'm saying?
Fluffers.
Like fluffers, yeah.
Right.
Sometimes you see pictures of gear in use and you're like, oh man, that looks awesome.
Right.
And it's just like looking at this pack, it looks like it is ready to do battle in the outdoors.
It is.
And we just, we threw some stuff in just to get it like fluffed out so you can kind of tell how it looks to be packed. But already just putting a couple things in it, getting the straps buckled.
Yeah.
This thing looks like a tank.
Yeah. Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
So the pack we're looking at is the Crestone or Crestone, whatever. I'm going to go with Crestone 60-liter pack, okay? And it comes in some different sizes. There's a small, medium, and a large. This one is the medium, it just so happens to say. And let me start out by saying, right, it's got their OptiFit torso, suspension adjustment system here. And I will say I'm like 5'10" or something like that, whatever. And I weigh, what do I weigh? 165 pounds or something like that. I would say that for me, the medium is the right choice, but I'm almost to a small, right? So definitely go to North Face's website, which is thenorthface.com, and look into the different sizes and specs there for torso, blah, 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 blah. And
do you know how long your torso is?
I don't know.
You've never gotten a measure out?
We talked about this.
We did?
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of...
You know how it is where like people don't want to admit they measured their torso.
But they do.
But yeah. So I'm not going to
say one way or another.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So anyways, just a comment there about the sizing, right? I find that with most medium packs, they're right in there for me. With this one, this was the right fit for me, for sure. But it's almost to the point where I would need a small. So just a comment on that. But you can see it says, OptiFit, like I said, it's got their, it's got this hip belt configuration where each side of the hip belt moves independently of the other. See, look at that, right? What that's going to do is keep the load from moving around too much on your back as you move, right? It keeps the pack centered on your back and lets each side rotate independently. We've talked about this kind of technology before. It's not totally unique to the North Face, but I find that it really, if you've got a 60-liter pack on, and let's say you've got 30 pounds on your back, that feature is really, really important. Because as you're moving along down the trail, the pack isn't constantly shifting with your weight and all that kind of stuff. So great feature there. Very cool stuff. You know, in a nutshell, I found it to be a very comfortable pack, right? I could go on and on through the specs, but I had this with me hiking in the Sierras in California. I found it to be very comfortable. Lots and lots of great organizational components to the pack, lots of good places to keep stuff.
It looks like here there's 2 pockets on the side of the pack, and those look just really great.
Each side has one.
Yeah.
Now those those pockets, let me find out what they say about them.
Pretty standard, really.
Yeah, dual access side water bottle stretch woven pockets. So they're stretchy, so you can they'll fit a smaller bottle or a bigger bottle.
I will say one thing that's a little unique about it is that the whole thing is stretchy. I've seen a lot of packs where only the top of the pocket is stretchy, but the bulk of the pocket is like a mesh or some sort of material that's not stretchy, and this whole pocket is stretchy.
That's a good point, Ben.
So
Thank you for bringing that up.
Well, I'm over here trying to get involved.
So it's got molded evap foam back and hip padding. So you can see that. You got this foam back here. It's nice that you've got this whole groove down the center with no foam, because you don't compromise on support, but then it gives some, a place for air to go. And then there's the holes in the foam here, so you got more airflow through there, places for sweat to evaporate, all that fine stuff. Now, you don't necessarily, that's all very helpful, but again, when you're wearing a backpack, you don't want the thing completely flush with your back, right? Obviously, they say that, you kind of want the top of the pack back here, like barely touching up here, so, your whole back isn't stuck to the pack, but still, great features to have, good stuff there. Same foam in here. Like I said, I just found it comfortable, easy to use. It's a top loader, so let's get into some of that. Spin it around here. And you undo these. Now, do that up again real quick. Put that back on. This is a feature that I love in packs, and it's got that free-floating top. So if you loosen these up...
I looked at another pack.
Not that.
It's not that one?
No.
This one right here?
Yeah, so if you can loosen both of them up, you can see that the top here, can float really high. Can you...
I think that's it on that one.
Oh, it goes more, but...
I see.
The straps are Velcro down because I didn't want... That's another nice thing. This thing comes with, if you can see here, it comes with these little Velcro tabs, so you can kind of keep your straps organized. You don't have straps hanging around all over the place.
Actually, that's really, I don't think I've seen that on another pack, and that's kind of unique.
But it's got what they call the floating lid, which is, something that a lot of packs will have. And that's nice because you can take a 60-liter pack and turn it into a bigger capacity pack, or you can just take the top off completely if you want to, for whatever reason. There's all kinds of reasons you want to do that.
Well, because then you have 4 access points or 4 straps to tighten down. It helps compress the pack even more than just the actual 2.
Again. Tighten that down and then undo the front. And let's pull this back.
Am I undoing it or am I undressing it?
Undress it.
Okay.
Yeah. So here you got a compression strap, if you will, that holds the whole thing together up top, tightens it down. We're going to undo that. Then we're going to undo this main area, and you've almost got a second, like, rain fly in here to keep everything really protected. So you have 2 of those to open up, and then you get into your main area right there, right? On the side as well. So it's not a true front or side loader, but there is, let's turn it sideways. Here on the side, you can unzip this area and get in here. So, I know I have a t-shirt in there. I'm going to pull that out of the side. I don't have to undo the whole top, which is a nice feature because, I find myself a lot of times when I'm getting ready for the day being like, I just strapped my whole pack down. I got everything, all the straps pulled to the right adjustment, right tightness for me, blah, 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 blah. And then I'm like, I left my compass in there, or I left this in there, and then you got to undo the whole thing. Well, if you've got this side compartment here, it's really handy if you want to put something in and out without having to redo everything. So that's a really nice feature as well. You can see that there's tons of straps over here, for whatever you want. Anything you want to strap onto the side of this bad boy. You got another one over here. Great, if you can strap down trekking poles on the side there. This thing's got all the right kind of loops, ice axe loops, pole loops, all that kind of stuff. V-Stay suspension system. It's got a trampoline sleeping bag divider. So in here,
So a sleeping bag and a trampoline go on the bottom of the
yes,
bag.
yes. If we open this up, and you can see this is a nice feature too. These compression straps here, just kind of again keeping everything really tight. There's a lot of bags don't have those on the
bottom
sleeping bag compartment down here on the bottom. So if we pull this out, you can see in here that you've got this trampoline bottom, right? And if you want, you don't have to use it. You can undo it and put it down out of the way so that you have one big compartment in there. I like it, you know.
Sure.
I find that it helps to keep a good form, you know. It's good separation. I'm just used to the sleeping bag compartment being separate, but it's nice that you can undo it if you want.
Go long. Football season, you know.
Yeah. So that's the sleeping bag compartment. Notably, it's a good size sleeping bag compartment, I would say.
I would agree with
No
that.
problem getting the bag in there. Very easy to do.
Just like knowing
Yeah.
what I know about sleeping bag sizes, that one's a 35
Yeah.
degree, which we use a lot in a lot of videos.
Yeah.
But a 0 degree sleeping bag, which would be tougher to compress, looks like it could go in there. And like Josh is showing here, if need be, you could strap it underneath or a sleeping pad.
Pad, yeah. So again, more hooks, more straps, you know.
And I sometimes I think this
Plenty
is
of places to hook stuff on the front here. There's another large pocket right here in the front that's really, really nice.
sometimes I think this is silly to comment on, but like the color, just the whole color and design of the pack,
What do we got?
just looks really, really cool.
No, I agree. Yeah.
You know, and you know what? To be honest, I mean, you should want your gear to look cool. You know, I mean, it's like
I like cool looking gear.
yeah. I mean, if you're paying
Part of the game.
right, exactly. So
like
I
your gear.
don't
Cool.
think that's stupid. And
No.
obviously, people have put in a lot of work not to just make it technically efficient, but to also have a really cool looking pack. And I really think the designers over there succeeded with this one.
Yeah.
So-
No, it's a great pack for sure. And just strapping this thing down to kind of get it back into a nice presentable form
It makes you feel like
for
you
our
got
kind viewers at
yeah. It
home.
makes you feel like you're gonna do something serious in the outdoors.
Absolutely.
That you're gonna go on
Which
an
is
awesome
what we do.
an
And
awesome
when you're
trip.
living a better life,
right.
you don't want to take things lightly.
No, you don't.
No.
Did you talk about these the 3 loop points on the front, which are also good to hook gear on?
Yeah. That's what I just said.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I didn't talk about the pocket you're in there though.
Right.
Would you like to talk about that?
Me myself.
Yeah.
It has a pocket here,
Yes, and there's a zipper.
right? The zipper, waterproof.
I used that
Taped.
compartment.
Did you?
I put stuff in it.
I am gonna say that you put something of the nature of food in here.
Maybe at one point there was food in there.
Yeah. What's interesting about it is the zipper's only on one side, and on the other side, it's
Mhm.
like this stretchy material, so that you can kind of like expand the pocket and really fill it to the brim. This is a 60-liter
Right.
pack, I'm assuming, because Crestone 60.
Yep, 60-liter pack.
Man, you can get a lot
It's
of.
got a huge hydration sleeve inside of it, okay? The optimal weight range on this, 30 to 60 pounds, okay? No joke here. You can get a lot of stuff in this bad boy.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff. You got an adjustable sternum strap right here with whistle.
That was awesome. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. I hope that didn't wake anybody up.
No.
So yeah, lots of good stuff. You know, I'm always disappointed these days when I get into a backpack that doesn't have the whistle.
Really?
Yeah, because I like it.
Right.
Yeah.
And, you know, in a weird way, what's funny is if you ever needed a whistle, you'd be thankful you brought one.
Yeah.
But if you didn't have one because you think it's silly, and then you need one, you'll be
Right.
sorry.
You'll be wishing you had one. You'll
Yep.
be wishing you had one. So this is really a great pack. One of my favorites that I've ever worn, ever used, and I have a feeling that I'll be wearing it for a long time to come. Highly recommend this pack. North Face did a great job with this. Check around other places too. You'll see that people have a lot of great things to say about it.
Every single time that I'm looking at North Face packs online,
Yeah.
it's like if a pack comes out, like all the big sales sites, you know, Amazon,
Right.
REI, Can't More, there's always a gang load of reviews underneath them.
Right.
And then the video reviews of them are always racking up tons of views. It just seems like they make great products and everyone wants them.
Right.
And everyone's always going to check out their gear.
Yeah.
And everything we've ever gotten from them has always been of the highest level of quality.
Oh yeah. They make awesome stuff.
Yeah, they definitely know what's going on over there.
Let's talk a little bit about the the pack specs, right? So the average weight is 5 pounds 9 ounces.
And you're saying average because there's three different sizes in
Yeah,
there.
right. But that's the weight of the medium here. And the volume of the medium, 60 liters, like I said. The small is a 55 and the large is a 65, okay? This medium here fits a 16 to 19 inch torso, all right? The fabric, 210D ripstop, Roberts. Also, there's some 420 Robert HD ripstop and 500D Codra, okay, with a K. So there's a lot of different good materials. And folks, go find a North Face store. There's in St. Louis. There's one, and take a look at this pack. Take a look at some other North Face packs, and just feel the quality. This is durable stuff.
Yeah.
This seems pack,
very serious.
Very, very well constructed.
I'm kind of disappointed that I wasn't the one who took it out.
Yeah, well, it's nice. You should be disappointed.
Yeah, it's awesome.
You know, so this is definitely up there with, like, you know, the top 2 or 3 packs that I've looked at and used in the last couple of years. So check it out. Go to thenorthface.com. Take a look at it. It's the Crest 160, and you know, maybe put it on your Christmas list.
We're getting close to that time. So, well, this wraps up our episode for today. We've hoped you've learned how to lead a better life. Until next time, he's Josh, he's Gary, and I'm Ben, and we are CampingGearTV.com.